Every day I wake up, I have a continuous fight with the Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, every day. Trust nobody. Trust to get you killed. I'm training for Arslanbek Makhmudov, and the fight's taking place in London at Tottenham Hotspur Football Stadium. You know, it's easy accessible. Netflix has a reach of hundreds of millions of people, homes. Very easy to tune in and watch the big fights. I'm currently training in Pattaya, Thailand. It's pretty good, it's very good. Training here in Thailand's beautiful. I love the place. I fell in love with the place, and I can see myself spending a lot of time here in Thailand in the future.
I enjoy the heat. It keeps the muscles relaxed. It's a place that Tyson Fury enjoys, and the time off that he's taken has rejuvenated him.
I started training with Tyson in England, Morecambe Bay, for about 3 years. I've been training with Tyson for the last 3 weeks, and it's been incredible to see the hard work he's putting in.
I'm going to train myself, manage myself, and promote myself. All three things in one. Never been done before.
He shows some weakness in his boxing, but he's also very smart. It's a fight, like, we have nothing to lose. Like, we accept that fight, we have everything to win. And like I say, you can be sure we're gonna try the guy. At the end of the day, he's a complete fighter. He's not the biggest puncher in the world, but he's a good boxer. Outside of he's very smart in a boxing match, I don't think he have something very special, but he do everything good.
April 11th, you're gonna see the best version of Tyson Fury. Every time he has a camp, he puts in hard work, he's determined.
I'm going to do my first long spar, 10 rounds. Come on! Let's get it. Makhmudov's in trouble. Makhmudov's in trouble. The GK is back. Let's go. Give me your face. Yeah. Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Just a word as well on the training team in terms of who will be in your corner come fight night. Your dad is going to be around and he's going to be there, but they did say on the top table you might be adding to your team. Can you give us any more insight into that?
I'm like Club Lang. I'm going to train alone.
Train alone for this one, and that is the plan.
I'm going to train alone.
Well, he's been through it so many times, he knows what to do.
Is that how you feel?
I know how to do it. I know how to go 12 rounds. I know how to push myself when I need to. I don't know how to take a rest when I need to.
Tyson Fury is back, but this isn't just another flashy comeback for a quick payday. The Gypsy King is returning to the ring on April 11th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against a boxer not many people have heard of, Arslanbek Makhmudov. This is a warm-up fight, a test for the Gypsy King to gauge his strengths and weaknesses ahead of a much bigger and flashier showdown with Anthony Joshua.
And I think he's looking for the Anthony Joshua fight. I think that's the biggest fight ever for him right now.
Well, they are fights that potentially are down the line, but he has to deal with Makhmudov first. In terms of a potential three-way world champion like yourself, Carl, does Fury have the mettle? Does he have the ingredients to do that, do you think?
What, to come back and be world champion again? Potentially. It depends who's around as well. Don't forget you've got Fabio Wardley taking on Daniel Dubois, and that's going to be for the WBO title, I believe. Usyk's got the other, he's got the WBC, the IBF, WBA, so options may open up there, but he's got to get Makhmudov out of the way first. And, you know, this guy's a bit of a threat. He's big and strong, he can take a punch, he's fit, he's been the distance a couple of times, so if Fury doesn't take him seriously, this could be a problem. But I've got a feeling Fury's coming back and he believes in himself and he's done everything right. So we're probably going to see a decent version of Fury. And at 70% Fury beats.
The present times haven't been kind to Tyson Fury. The Gypsy King has been on a downward spiral since the back-to-back defeats to Alexander Usyk. Fury has also faced heavy criticism for his recent performances. He has looked in terrible shape, and many have slammed him for losing interest in boxing. The Gypsy King also hasn't been active for a year, but he's all set to prove his critics wrong as he meets Makhmudov this weekend in London. Makhmudov looks in great shape for the upcoming fight. Known for his power and aggression, Makhmudov has won 19 of his 23 bouts by stoppage, 13 of which came in the first round. He has held several regional and minor titles, including the WBC Continental Americas title in 2019, the WBC NABF title between 2019 and 2023, the WBA NABA title from 2021 to 2022, the WBC Silver title in 2022, and the WBA Intercontinental title twice in 2023 and 2025. On paper, this should be an easy fight for the Gypsy King. However, Makhmudov has already warned Fury about not taking him lightly as an opponent.
Addio aprile, il a passé le coach de carrière.
In an interview with the Stomping Ground, Makhmudov once again took jabs at the Gypsy King. He slammed Fury for the trash talk on social media. He surprisingly was friendly toward the Gypsy King, calling him funny. However, when he was asked to share his prediction for the fight, Makhmudov was clear about his objective of beating Fury in this fight.
Do you watch Tyson Fury's Instagram stories, social media?
Yes.
Do you listen to what he says a lot?
Yeah, he start to like trash talk and stuff like that. But chose bad way. But I told him, "Hey Tyson, like be careful because I had a bad experience. One Irish guy, McGregor, he also chose bad way, make a lot of trash talking, and one guy, Dagestan guy, Habib, my brother, he destroyed him. Yeah, I said, listen, this can happen again."
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, just finally, I feel like you and Tyson could be friends away from this fight, right? But in the press conference today, do you think he might try and look over, be rude, be disrespectful? Not that he believes that, but just to be Tyson Fury.
I don't know, but when he was in podcast, he was friendly, funny. I hope so. I mean, he was respectful. I hope so. We're gonna be keep this way. Because this is much better for example for people, for young generation, to show them best example, to be yes.
Absolutely. Final one. Do you put Tyson Fury into retirement forever? No more comebacks. Do you put Tyson into retirement?
What you say?
Do you retire Tyson Fury for good? No comebacks.
No, I think it's social media say. I don't say that. I just say I want to beat him, but I want to continue because boxing without him not interesting.
Boxing is better when you say Arslanbek. Thank you very much.
Makhmudov won't take this fight lightly, but so isn't the Gypsy King. In an interview, Fury explained his decision to face Arslanbek Makhmudov by stating that he never motivated himself for easy fights. He admitted that low-stakes matchups failed to hold his interest or concentration, noting that he could easily defeat lesser opponents even if he were significantly overweight. Instead, he intentionally chose a dangerous, highly ranked puncher to ensure he remained disciplined and respectful during his training camp. He also addressed the current state of the heavyweight division, asserting that boxing felt boring without his presence. He characterized himself as the ultimate entertainer and a traveling circus who brought essential charisma and showmanship to the sport. He emphasized that boxing was primarily an entertainment business, comparing his mission to rejuvenate the industry to a political campaign aimed at making the sport great again.
With your name recognition and value, you could have fought me and they would have put it on Netflix. Yeah. What made you pick a dangerous guy like this who's got dynamite in those hands?
For that reason. It's no secret I don't get up for easy fights, fights. I don't get hyped. I can't concentrate. They just don't mean anything to me. I could go in there at 35 stone, 500 pounds and beat these guys. So I pick a dangerous opponent who's highly ranked, number 5, WBA, very dangerous, big puncher, and it makes me train hard. It makes me respect everything because I know that Arslanbek's a big puncher, and if he lands one punch on me, knockout in the right place.
How is because I'm sure you've kept up with things, how do you think the landscape has changed in the heavyweight division since you've been out?
It's been very boring, to be fair, as long as all boxing. Without GK, boxing is dead. I am boxing. You're Mr. Versace, I'm Mr. Boxing. That's no fact. That's no lie. There's no exaggeration. That's true. Netflix could have went to any active boxer in the world, they're the biggest broadcasting station on earth, but yet they went to a fat bald guy who was retired for a year, coming off 2 losses, yeah?
Yeah.
If that doesn't say you have the biggest star in the world of boxing and propping it up, I don't know what does. You know, boxing is boring without GK. Boxing is very boring. This is what people have to realise is this is not just a sport of 2 men punching each other in the face. That has lack to do with it. This is an entertainment business. This is show business. This is Hollywood. This is all eyes on me. This is not boring. This is anything but. This is entertainment factor. And if people don't tune in and get entertainment and value for their hard-earned money in today's economic climate, people are doing the wrong job. And that's where I come into it. I bring a travelling circus. I bring a show. I bring a flaz, razzmatazz, charisma, gift of the gab, trash talk. I bring all of that. It makes boxing great again. Like Donald Trump said, he wants to make America great again. I'm back to boxing to make boxing great again.
The Gypsy King wants to return heavyweight boxing back to its glory days when he was world champion, and his first step on that path is to beat Makhmudov. He also revealed why he jumped on the opportunity to fight the Russian heavyweight, stating that he sees Makhmudov as a strong opponent capable of putting up a competitive fight. Fury also talked about how he wants to continue fighting and how this fight allows him to test his strengths before taking the huge decision to continue fighting to retrieve his titles.
I asked him what went through his head when you were on the table. What went through your head when they said we got Makhmudov on the table for your comeback?
I thought it was a good fight because, like I said earlier, he's a dangerous opponent and I can focus more. If I'm not fighting somebody who I don't really value, like I don't care about, then it's hard for me to get motivated. But when you got a big puncher in front of you like Arslanbek and he can end you in one punch, as we've seen he has like 14 or 15 first-round knockouts, I don't want to be a highlight reel on anybody's record. So I got to train hard and dedicate and focus and really get to grips with everything and, you know, see what I have left. And one thing about me is I'm a box of tricks, so I have every arsenal up my sleeve. So I'm a very difficult opponent for anybody in any era, very difficult. I can do southpaw, orthodox, aggressor, back foot, counterpunch, everything.
Is this the kind of fight where, the way you're talking, you kind of gauge where you're at?
For sure. Listen, we're not here facing a bum. We're here facing a top-class opponent, and we'll see where we are. We'll see where Tyson Fury is. The thing is, we're both similar age. He's a little bit younger than me. 36. I think he's 37 soon, June. So yeah.
Yeah, but he's a young, you guys are...
Fury is serious about making a comeback, but the boxing world doesn't think he can make it happen this time. Perhaps his biggest critic is his dad, John Fury, who in his latest interview went all out on his son's recent performances. The Gypsy King's father has stayed away from Fury's recent training camp in Thailand, and it looks like the father-son partnership will be absent during this fight. In his interview with Playbook Boxing, Fury Sr. dropped a bombshell claiming that Fury is past his best and no longer has the same legs or physical capabilities he once possessed. He mentioned that the trilogy with Deontay Wilder has done irreparable damage to Tyson's body and soul. He didn't share a prediction regarding Fury's upcoming fight with Makhmudov, but believes that Fury isn't going to have it easy in this fight.
Who's giving him that advice?
Listen. You're not a stupid man. You got to look at your team, haven't you? Why do you think I'm not there? And I've never left him.
Before we go into the team and the Usyk fight specifically, when you talk about Tyson being past his best and the Deontay Wilder fights taking a lot out of him, I know we understand what that means, but for people that maybe listen to you and say that and kind of go, but what does he mean by it? What do you think of Tyson at the moment? Technically, tactically, what is it that is now missing from him?
Everything. Tyson was a formidable man, but when you fight one of the hardest punchers in boxing history 3 times,
it takes something out of you.
Of course it does, yeah.
You takes it out, it never gets replaced.
Yeah.
You can never fill that tank up like you had it before. And every shot he took, don't forget in the last fight he went down 4 times, cannons of shots. He fought his heart out, he went to the well, he gave his all to get that knockout.
One of the greatest trilogies we've ever had.
And when he got that knockout, Tyson, he had nothing left after that. He laid it all on the line. He said, after that, Dad, I was prepared to die. Like me, if I meet this Roch, I'm prepared to die in the ring. That's what we are.
But he's cut from that cloth, John. Sorry, Charlotte, but he's cut from that cloth like we've been talking about you, and you know, setting yourself daily challenges at 16. That's what's keeping you young. Is that what Tyson is going through now? Like, because sometimes, John, and you'll recognise this, and people may love or hate me for saying it, but the fighter's the first one to know it and the last one to admit it, and it's all about testing yourself, seeing if you've still got it. I get this because I totally understand that. Is he in that stage of his life at the moment, Tyson?
Well, would you want to know if you still got it again? A man like Makhmudov.
It's the ultimate test, isn't it?
He's a lot better fighter than Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
A lot better. Hey, and forget what happened with Dave Allen. He's just come over for a payday.
Yeah.
This is his chance to
it's his world title.
It's his world title. He's training. He's rocks off, mate.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a different Makhmudov.
John was critical of Tyson's current team and training methods. He believes Tyson can no longer perform the blood and guts style of training required for such a high-level contest, and that he is going through the motions with his current team.
About Tyson Fury and his training camps and the people that have been training him in the past. We'll go back to Ben Davison, Sugar Hill, and you've been vocal and you've aired your views on that. Where are you at with Tyson and his camp now, and who's in control of that? Well, and another question I'll add to that as well is that you, just so that we're clear and we can clarify this, you're not a part of this training camp, are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
So what are your thoughts on the training camp that he's in at the moment and the people around him at the moment?
Bollocks. A lot of it. Same squad, same bullshit. You know, he went over there with a man I know well. You know, Sifu. The man works his men hard. He's trained mixed martial arts men all his life. He can get them fit proper. His other mates flew in with 2.5 weeks left to pick up a paycheck. He's landed because the Netflix is there and he followed them in, if you know what I mean. You got his strength and condition not worth a carrot. Because look at he's not body beautiful and gets in the ring, is he? When they're getting that kind of money, you need to look right. And he hasn't looked right on a lot of occasions, Tyson. You know, and it's because of the people around you. And I said to him, you know, if you can't do the blood and guts training, it's over. And he can't do the blood and guts training anymore. So he's going through the motions with these idiots. And when you go up against men like these young guns, 6'7", they're 18 stone, they're young, they can tire you out. And you only know that when you're in there. You know, at the beginning I thought it was going to be me, Sifu. I said, if you have him, that sugar, I'm no filter. I said, I'm gone. But I knew he was in the background.
To make matters worse, Tyson has distanced himself from his father. Recent reports also indicate that Tyson has gone full clubber Lang. Fury has claimed he's ditched the traditional massive training camp and the celebrity coaches to train entirely alone. He's been spotted in the coastal suburbs of Pattaya, Thailand, working in isolation, claiming he doesn't need anyone to tell him how to go 12 rounds. While it sounds legendary, boxing experts are sounding the alarm. Without a head coach to check his lazy habits or a corner man to pull him back when he's overdoing it, Fury is taking a massive gamble.
Anyway, Tyson Fury, he was in the studio area with Lennox Lewis and Anna Warhouse, and I think she put the question to him about his training setup, and he said something along the lines of, I'm going to be like Clubber Lang, referencing obviously Mr. T. I'm going to be like Clubber Lang and I'm going to train myself. And I was like, what? And don't get me wrong, it does get to a stage with an experienced fighter where you feel like you can do it yourself. Like, you know how to do it. Tyson Fury's gone through so many fight camps. He knows what he's doing. But I still think you do need that guy in the corner. And that guy needs to be your head coach. Doesn't need to be a yes man. Doesn't need to be your father. He needs to be your coach who's going to give you critical advice when you're going to need it. So yeah, it is strange. I did mention the other day, like, what is going on with Sugar Hill Stewart? I don't see him about. I don't believe Tyson Fury, just because I think it would be a big mistake. And I hope that he's just doing what Tyson Fury does, and all of a sudden you're going to see a picture with him and Sugar Hill Stewart in the gym with their tops off, as they always seem to do, right? But yeah, I think it would be a mistake to get rid of.
But the drama inside the ring is only half the story. Behind the scenes, the tension within the Fury camp has reached a boiling point, specifically between Tyson and his brother, Shane. In a series of recent brutally honest interviews, Shane didn't hold back, admitting that the two have been at each other's throats. He even revealed that Tyson called him a fat bee during a heated training row, while Shane questioned if Tyson even has the discipline left to compete at this level.
How involved are you with the coach? Like, now?
I'm not involved at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Never have been. Never have been. I've just been there for a bit of comfort and just to remind him of things, what he can do. And that's it. And arguing during the camp.
You argue?
Every second day.
About what?
About him being useless and that, half the time. And then he calls me a fat bastard, you never had a fight in your life. And then it goes from there, and then that's it. We're mates 25 minutes after.
I love that.
It's good, isn't it? That's it. But listen, Tyson, if Tyson does drop a peg or two, he's only on the same level as all these. Yeah, because back when Tyson was Tyson, or he might be still listen, when I'm calling Tyson, he would have played with these two in the ring. No harm to Daniel and the other fellow. Listen, lovely fellas and good fighters and all in any era. But Tyson was a special fighter and he'd have played with them all. Joshua a few years ago, he'd have played with. He wouldn't got hit by him. Now it's a close enough fight, we'll see.
Despite all the personal drama, the boxing world thinks the Gypsy King should easily win this fight. The Ring Magazine panelists featuring Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger are confident that the Gypsy King will knock out Arslanbek Makhmudov.
I'm going to say knockout, Sugar Hill. When Fury gets with the Kronk, is when he has it in his mind, I'm knocking this dude out.
He becomes the Kronk, yes, you do.
And the thing about Fury that's crazy is, after the first fight with Wilder, he should have won on points. He got a draw. And he said, I'm going with Sugar Hill because I want to knock him out. When you hear a fighter say he needs to change fundamentally who he is as a fighter, so he's going with a new trainer, that is almost always nonsense.
Right.
You can't just change your stripes in one fight.
Yes.
But it's exactly what he did.
And he did that in a fight. He came from a fight where he got knocked down twice. He felt Deontay power, and something told him, I could do this if I go forward. So you got to commend him on that.
He hit him with the Kronk style and knocked him out.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he really controls what he wants to do.
Yes.
A lot of boxers can't do that. If I want to go ahead and knock this guy out, I'm going to try to do that. If I want to box him, I'll go box him. That's how
he hit him with the Kronk style, and Wilder's built like the ultimate Kronk fighter, not Fury. And Sugar Hill came. So I see Sugar Hill, I think. He's thinking, I'm knocking him out.
Max, that's a great point.
Analysts like Ale Oladipo also see this as an easy fight for Fury. Oladipo hailed Makhmudov as the perfect opponent to test Tyson Fury. He believes that the Russian heavyweight is capable of taking the Gypsy King to the later rounds of the fight to test his stamina. He also hailed Makhmudov for having a great chin, perfect to test Fury's power. He believes Fury can test himself well in this fight.
Tyson Fury to fight Arslanbek Makhmudov on April 11th. This is big news. Makhmudov is kind of thought of as a good heavyweight, certainly not an elite heavyweight, but a good heavyweight, and I think we saw that against Dave Allen. He is most definitely a top 15, top 20 guy, and that's okay as a comeback fight. I mean, you've been out the ring, as Fury has, for a year and a half. I don't mind Arslanbek Makhmudov. He's got a relatively good chin. Gas tank's good as well. Again, you look at the Dave Allen fight, I mean, the punch stats will suggest that this guy was thrown from round 1 to, what was it, a 10, 12 round fight? To the end anyway. So he's got a good gas tank, but Fury, if there's anything left in Tyson Fury, Fury should be able to get rid of this kid comfortably. And if not get rid of him, it should be a very comfortable.
Pro boxer Dave Allen sparred the Gypsy King and fought Makhmudov in the ring, and he got brutally honest regarding his thoughts on this fight. He believes that Makhmudov could give Fury a few troubles, but he doesn't see Fury fumbling this fight away. He believes the Gypsy King should easily coast to a victory.
I heard you said that you'd heard about Makhmudov Fury a while ago. I mean, when did you initially hear of that? And I mean, just overall thoughts on that.
Oh, ages ago, like November time, maybe. I think so. I'm happy for Makhmudov though. Really happy for him. Nice fella. Great opportunity. A lot of money for him. I don't think he'll win, but he's a danger man though. He's dangerous. He can punch like if he hits Tyson, he'll know about it for definite.
I think I saw you say that maybe his jab just kind of plays into Fury's hands. It's just not quick enough.
Yeah, I just think Tyson's too quick and too good. But that's Tyson from 16 months ago. A lot can happen at that age with that amount of time out. So it's an interesting fight, though. Yeah, more interesting for me on the back of boxing Makhmudov, but an interesting fight nonetheless.
Tyson Fury still the best fight you've shared the ring with?
Yeah, because I've not spotted anyone new in the last 12 months. Have I spotted in the last 12 months for that caliber?
What's going on? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
You've not been down to the gym yet. It might be you. You never know.
I haven't invited.
Yeah, Calvin might chin you and also.
Legendary boxing trainer Teddy Atlas analyzed this fight and believes this is a great test for Fury. He praised Fury for fighting someone as big and powerful as Makhmudov, but offered a warning for fans about the Gypsy King being close to the end of his career. He stated that there's always bound to be doubts about an older boxer's career with tune-up fights like this, and that's the same with the Gypsy King.
Fury is getting older. He's taken a lot of punches in his last year, 2 years. You know, for his fights with Wilder, his fights with Usyk, you know, and he's taken on a big giant of a man who has been knocked out, but also a giant of a man who can punch, who's tough, who's game. You can hit him. You can hit him. But he's a game guy. He's big as hell. He's a mountain of a man. He can, like I said, he can bang. Yeah, he's a bit slow on his feet, and he's a bit in front of you. Tyson Fury is definitely the guy who can box. He's definitely the guy who's got more dimensions, more choices, right? It's good to have more choices, right, bud? It's always good to have more options or more choices. He can box, he can fight with you like he did Wilder, but he can also box with you on the outside. So at the end of the day, you got to favor Fury, but again, that question that always looms over guys that are later in their career. What's he got left? Really, it always looms. It always looms like a shadow across above the ring. What does he have left? When does he get old? And that will be one of the questions.
There's always going to be doubts about Fury's career. His back-to-back defeats to Usyk and his age cast doubts about his future. However, there are already talks about a massive fight with Anthony Joshua on the cards. Rumors have been circulating that an epic clash could happen either in 2026 or 2027. TalkSport's Gareth Davies dropped a bombshell recently revealing that the fight has already been signed. Fury and Joshua will definitely fight in one of the biggest fights of their career. Davies is confident the fight is expected to take place late this year or early next year, with Joshua likely having a warm-up fight in June or July 1st.
The thing we want is anything to halt the opportunity of AJ Fury. No, he's going to have a warm-up fight. Listen, the Fury-Joshua fight is signed, okay? It is signed in the background. I've got that on good authority. I can't put it out there as a scoop, but they are moving towards it. I interviewed Rico Verhoeven. Who's it signed with? For a cover story. It's with, I mean, it's with the big money people. It'll be on Netflix.
When you say signed, do you mean agreed or do you mean
this signed? Agreed. They are moving towards it. But they both want the fight. Funnily enough, last week, the day before I went to see Tyson Fury, I interviewed Rico Verhoeven for the cover story of Ring magazine in May, before he steps into the pyramids at Giza to fight Alexander Usyk. We can have our own debate about what we think about the WBC title being on the line. You know what I think? But Rico in that interview said he had absolutely signed to fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah, that fight was definitely on. Joshua will have to have a fight in June or July, I imagine, and then Fury and Joshua will be late in the year. It could even be next year, but it's on the cards and it's going to happen.
The Gypsy King also recently reacted to AJ training with Alexander Usyk, mocking the two.
So, you got Usyk and Joshua teaming up, two fucking sausages fruits with the masks on training, and you got me and my boy here, the two best drinkers, partiers in the game, ain't no better than us. Oh, Pablo J and Tyson Montana. Let's go! Let's go!
The upcoming fight with Makhmudov, while not being a high-profile clash, is still an important fight for Tyson Fury. A win here could propel him to that high-voltage clash with Anthony Joshua, or perhaps even a heavyweight title trilogy fight against Alexander Usyk. But what do you think? Can Fury beat the Russian on April 11th, or will we see Fury being forced to reconsider retirement? Let me know your thoughts and predictions for this fight in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.